You have to be perfect. What do you mean by that, Luke? Well, here's the thing. In Florida right now, I'm going to work for the hurricane, and I might see you probably 2 days from now. I'm going to be stuck at the hospital. But one good thing that I thought of today, and really it's been around my whole life, and it's probably been around yours too, is that throughout schooling, we are taught that excellence and perfection is key. At work, you must be perfect, a perfect robot. And while everyone knows that humans cannot be perfect, we strive for excellence and we strive for perfection. And also, we put perfection on others. We tell others, you must be to this degree a certain perfection. So people's individuality ultimately is being pushed outside of themselves. As a child, you don't behave in the store, and yeah, you want to fit in with others, right? So you're yelling and stuff, you're screaming in the store, and your parents punish you for it, and they keep punishing you until you get to a point where someone can drop a fork on the floor, and you can go, whoa, what's going on here? Everyone freaks out. Everyone in the restaurant everyone drops their jaw and starts panicking. Like, whoa, somebody dropped a fork. Whoa. So you can make one mistake and everyone just immediately just freaks out. So the scary part about that, in a world that exists in, is that you have people that are begging for perfection from others as well as themselves. And a lot of people crack under that pressure. I myself have cracked under that pressure. There's a lot of pressure for getting a master's in business administration or a health services administration degree and bachelor's. That's scary. It's freaky. And if you don't do well in one of your classes, you start panicking. So I've had a lot of panics over the years. God damn. These damn phone calls. Anyways, besides the point, let's get back into it. So, the problem that we have with this is that it's just the school system, the public school system, as well as any other school system, demands perfection. It sucks the creativity out of you until there's nothing left. So all you are is a yes man to everyone else. Every time you clock into work, you go, oh, okay, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes sir, okay, yes sir. I copy you exactly how you do it? Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me copy you like a robot. Why don't you just hire robots to do this? No. Humanity, there's one thing about us, and that's communication, conflict resolution, and creativity. And all of that is ripped out of you when you are told that there are certain things that you're allowed to do in society and certain things that you are not. So there's certain laws of morality that exist in the United States, the world, and other countries, where it says, hey, probably shouldn't kill people. That's pretty important. I agree with that. Okay. But there's some certain things like don't accidentally drop a glass when you're working at a restaurant. Dropping a glass at a restaurant is inevitable. There's going to be a time where you drop a glass. And it's not the end of the world. The glass cost $2. And honestly, it should have costed $1. It's made out of damn rice glass. Little rice granules or sugar or something, I don't know. But goddamn. So even in school, in high school, and really in college too, middle school, elementary, you're taught perfection. And some of it is good. You need to learn a subject, and you need to have the capacity for learning. Really, it doesn't matter what you're learning as long as it's something. We learn about culture, history, mathematics, science, English. Pretty important. Okay. But honestly, I would trade it all for critical thinking, and language class. Honestly, I'd take 2 of those and be good and just take them over and over again. Because that's what it is. Learn how to critically think and learn how to communicate with people. At the end of the day, that's really all that matters. But how do you critically think? Well, you have to have your own brain. You have to have creativity. And you have to be pretty dang smart. Well, how do you get smart? Well, you have a skill set in many avenues, not just one. But you pick one avenue that you're really good at and you push forward on it. You obsess over it until you've mastered it. And then you do another one and you master that. And then now you become a master of many trades, not just what's it called? A jack of all trades, master of none. Nothing like that, no. But truly be a master of all. And I can't say that I'm anywhere near accomplishing that, but the most successful people are in steps to that. You know, some of the richest people in the world, like let's say Elon Musk, what does he have? Well, SpaceX, Tesla, the Boring Company because he felt like it, and he bought Twitter. A couple other ones too. That's pretty crazy. So he's done all of these things, and he's continually doing more. He's getting political too, whatever. Besides the point. He has opened up the market for space travel again. He said we're gonna go to Mars. That's gonna happen. He said there's not enough electric cars. These hybrids are kind of lame. We're gonna build an electric car company and actually make it mainstream. How do we do that? We make it a meme until people actually start liking the car. We're gonna buy Twitter because I don't know, I like politics and I don't really see freedom of speech on Twitter much. Let me just buy it and fix it. What? Elon Musk is many things, but you can't say he isn't a creative genius when it comes to just doing whatever he sets his mind to. That's pretty powerful. I mean, if you have the capacity to go, hey, I'm gonna be the best in whatever I want, and you just do it, like that right there is a dedicated individual. So in school, I guess they teach dedication. The problem with that is that no one's really dedicated to learning algebra, right? But what I've learned using all my classes is that we're starting to become more memorize the material, take the test, forget the material ever existed, and then move on. Do it enough times and you learn how to absorb information, use it, reject it, obtain new information, and that's it. You're a sponge, only to be squeezed and filled with water again and again and again, only with slightly wetter water, slightly denser, slightly saltier water, or sugary water, or a different color water. It doesn't matter. All of it is water. And you're simply being squeezed in and out of a sponge. That's all your brain is. Or, if you're a paintbrush, you could carefully select the knowledge that goes into your brain and actually make a canvas and not just a sloppy mess on a wall. Well, how do you do that? Well, I would try to get out of taking tests altogether. I think we should abolish tests. They suck. They don't really show you how smart a person is, and ultimately it just shows you who pays attention and follows directions. Anyone can follow directions. But if you want excellence in this world, if you want perfection, if you want someone that is good at something, you have to give them the opportunity to show you what they can do. Giving a test and showing a standardization of saying, oh, you have to hit this certain level at the test and you'll get a decent grade. Anyone can follow directions, not study, take the test, and do decent. You can Christmas tree a test and probably get a 50, maybe a 25%. And then if you put effort into it, like critical thinking, you might be able to get a 70 at worst. At best, potentially 80%. If you study for an hour every day for a week, you'll probably hit 85%. And then you'll hit 90 if you're like engaged in class well. So there's many ways that we can do this. There's many ways that we can circumvent this. What I've found over time is I use ChatGPT. I use all the Quizlet flashcards for the test. I've been an online student for a couple years now. And I gotta say, perfection is great. You tell an AI robot, hey, I have an essay here. Here's 3,000 pages. Can you read it for me? It has its own limits, of course, but it's language learning. Everything that you can't do, ChatGPT can do. The emotion out of it is bad. It's not necessarily perfect in the human sense. It doesn't feel like a real person. But it is factually correct. And it is grammatically correct as well. So, ChatGPT is pretty powerful in that aspect. And I use it from time to time. And once you figure that out, you start to go, okay, why does the school system exist if we have this option? I truly believe in Elon when he has the Neuralink and he's talking about how we need to merge with technology to become better. I think that's very true. I think that there's certain capacities that we're unable to accomplish. Imagine if I had all of the knowledge in the world and all of the creativity that I use in my brain, and I take everything in my brain is just creative, and everything factual is in the robot chip. I can link research studies in the back of my head and go, there was blah, 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 this many car accidents in this amount of time, and this many hurricanes in this span of 3 years. What? You could figure that stuff out quick. You know, like beyond Google searches, I'm talking about real studies, factual information. Just pull that into your head whenever you need. And then dedicate the rest of your brain to just being a creative and critical thinking person. We would surpass the limits of our own capacity in our brains. So there's a lot of options out there. That being said, we have to think, damn, this 6 sucks. But we have to figure out, okay, so what are we doing with ourselves? How are we accomplishing these tasks? And quite frankly, do you really need to be perfect? Let's say this. Let's say I don't study for a test. I'll hit maybe a 70% on it. If I do study, I'll hit 80%. If I use ChatGPT, I can hit 95% or higher, or maybe even perfect. Why would I ever study? Why would I ever want to not study? And why would I ever not want to use ChatGPT? See, the world says you need to be perfect. Okay, I have a tool that allows perfection. Why would I not use that? Why would I not use that to ensure that I have the best grades in my classes? You need to have the best grades in your classes. So our school system right now incentivizes using external resources. And every time we write an essay, you can't just use your own thought process and opinions. No, you have to have real data. You have to cite your sources, and you have to use external sources of information to accomplish a certain task. Sounds familiar? So I would say that at the end of the day, dang, I'm at work way early. I would say that as long as you're trying to accomplish a task and you're doing it ethically, there is no problem using ChatGPT or AI for school assignments. Because if I don't get the right answers, that's on me. I used a tool, it failed me, but ultimately that was my choice. I think that in the future we're going to start to see more and more advancements in AI. And there's going to be a definite change in who has the monopoly on intelligence. And you'll start to notice that there's going to be a lot of student cheaters out there. And at one point, you're going to go, oh my gosh, everyone knows everything way more than me. They know so much more than me. I'm starting to get this now. I'm starting to understand that since everyone knows more than me, I need to step up. And once you step up, the changes will be drastic. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I am so rambling. I just can't wait to get to work. But anyways, there's a curfew tonight at 8 p.m. I hope y'all stay safe out there. And what was this video even about? Oh yeah, society demands perfection. This also goes for work too. Is, people just want you to be perfect at work. And it's not really plausible. It's not really possible. You can't just make someone perfect. It takes work and dedication to be even slightly good at something or really decent at something. But it's impossible to just be magically perfect. And quite honestly, that's a ridiculous thought to have. No one's perfect, and you shouldn't expect perfection from anyone. You should hope for perfection, and you should help them learn that. But at the end of the day, just let them be. You can strive to be better, but perfect is ridiculous. You need to chill out. I'm getting this spot. But anyways, that's everything for today. I'll see you.